Hello and welcome to the PowerFish podcast. I'm Ben.
And I'm Fish. Today we talk Black Ops 6, Mr. Beast, and the morality of a chicken. Let's get into it.
Wow.
So an exciting update to Black Ops 6. I know we've talked about this game. I don't know if we talked about the game on the podcast much. And I don't know if I mentioned the last exciting update. The last exciting update was that there is going to be a new map early December. If you recall me mentioning that to you.
A zombies map specifically.
Yeah, zombies map
Several multiplayer maps.
So today it has been announced the name and one picture of this map.
One picture of the map?
Yep, and I just sent it to you. Check this out.
Oh.
We are going back to a castle, boys.
We're going to a castle. Oh, yo.
Yeah,
Last time
dude.
we had a castle in zombies was Der Eisendrache.
Yep, there's been a lot of parallels drawn to this.
Oh, that looks sick.
Dude,
It looks like Zetsubo Der Eisen. Kind of.
That's a funny comment, not gonna lie. For those watching on video, I'll make sure to put a picture of this so you can know what we're talking about. But really, what it is, if you've ever played Black Ops 3, you're probably familiar with Der Eisendrache, which is like this, I don't know, Victorian or Baroque castle, and it's snowy. Right. This one looks very similar aesthetically, just not snowy. That's kind of the main difference.
Type of vibe.
I wanted to see if I can get the name of it for you. And there's also other announcements that coincided with this. Here it is. So the name of it is Citadel Demours, something like that.
Citadel Demours.
Here, let me type it to you so you can take a stab at the pronunciation. It's French. I know that. Demours.
Citadel. Yeah, Demours is best I got.
I think they
Citadel DES space MORTS.
I think Treyarch released a how to pronounce guide to this. Hold on.
Did they seriously?
They did. Here we go. For those who don't speak French, it's pronounced Citadel des Morts. Don't mess this up. That's what they say. Don't mess this up.
Yeah, Citadel Demours.
So that's Citadel Demours. So we're gonna run some Citadel at some point in time.
Dude,
also announced.
So excited.
Also announced. Oh, it's blown up on my screen. Also announced. They say new perk. It might be a new perk to BO6 though. It might not be an actual fresh perk.
I've heard whisper of potentially double tap coming back.
That's the one I heard a little bit too. So we're getting a new perk, at least new to BO6, potentially double tap. We're getting a new field upgrade, so that's sick.
Okay,
and a new ammo mod. Also, to coincide with the with the new perk the new perk field upgrade and ammo mod, a total of 18 new augments for them.
Okay, so
and
upgrades and stuff.
Actually, there's several more things. 3 new gobblegums.
3 more gumballs?
3 more gumballs. And new wonder weapons plus more, it says.
Yeah, I expected new wonder weapons with a new map, but man, holy cow. So new wonder weapons, plural?
It says that's weapons, plural, is what it says.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like your typical like infinite damage wonder weapon of the map. And then I heard inkling of potentially Ray Gun Mark II coming back.
I think that might have even been confirmed. I don't know. I remember hearing that. I don't know where I heard that, but I remember hearing that. But
if it does, that would be sick.
Yeah, dude. I'm so pumped.
Oh man. What is a medieval style wonder weapon looking like? I mean, we've already had like staves, maybe imagine like a javelin spear wonder weapon type of deal.
Just like impale like 30 zombies right in front of you in a single line. get a train going and just
yeah, and blow them all up with a super spear or something.
Dude, that would be sick. That would be sick. But yeah, dude,
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
I am so pumped. Actually, here's a really good a kind of a not a meme, but kind of a comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
top image is Derizen Drak died in 2016. The bottom is this new Citadel de Mor, as they call it, born in 2024. Yeah. Welcome back, Derizen Drak. Not really, but in spirit, maybe.
To which I would say Derizen Drak is, in fact, not dead and still probably the most liked map of maybe Zombies history.
It do be that way.
Yeah. But yeah, that looks good.
I find it insanely exciting. I've been playing a lot of BO6 lately.
So have I.
Specifically,
I've been playing a lot.
For me, specifically the zombies. I know you've been also dabbling in quite a bit of multiplayer.
I've been doing a lot of both. More multiplayer, but a lot of zombies too. I've already gotten the Easter egg on Terminus a few times, actually, like 3 or 4 times now, and Liberty Balls just the once. Right. But both of which, Terminus, honestly, sick map. Liberty Balls, I think it's pretty good too. It was, dude, pre-launch when they showcased Liberty Balls before they made like aesthetic changes to it because the community said it looked like such, horse manure. It it was looking to be a pretty hated map.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nicknamed Liberty Balls.
Yeah.
Because they showcased gameplay of it, and it looked like you were playing Warzone, but with zombies in it. And honestly, I still kind of do get that atmospheric vibe from it. There's not a lot of zombie feel with it.
It's not spooky.
Specifically with the map.
Yeah.
I still think Black Ops 3 and 4 did that best. I really think that those 2 games set the tone of zombies better than any of the games after it so far. Because when you're playing it, you genuinely feel like you're playing a zombies game in an area where there was zombies and people that got killed and stuff.
To me, playing through BO6 zombies, it makes it, to me, the game feels more arcadey than it used to. If that makes sense. Not that the old games didn't. I mean, it's certainly like a, just kind of level yourself up to be this completely overpowered, superhuman weapon. But especially with this new one, I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's just because it's like the Cold War mechanics where there's all different kinds of drops and all these things, and there's always something to pick up off the ground, and you level up the rarity plus the pack-a-punch, and it's always upgrading all these things. It just kind of feels like a like a shoot and collect, like a looter shooter almost. Like, I don't know.
Kind of, yeah, it does feel like that.
Which isn't bad. It's not bad. It's just not traditional to what we know.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it definitely doesn't give me the feel that OG Zombies did. And also, I'm not, 13, 14 years old anymore. So I don't know if we're ever, I know you only just having in the last 2 years have tried the OG Zombies games, but in my case, I don't know if a Call of Duty Zombies is ever going to give me that OG Zombies feel of Black Ops 2, 3, 4 days. I don't know if that's ever going to come back. I don't think it will, to be honest. But yeah, it's the Cold War system is fine. I like it.
It's
There's
deeper.
nothing really wrong with it.
I mean, I'll give it that.
Yeah, there's more in depth. There is more things with it. It is just a bigger system.
Yeah,
but that doesn't always mean better. Specifically, I don't actually like the armor system that much.
I don't either, to be honest. You know what I think? I think that OG Zombies had a certain grittiness to it. If you get what I'm saying, it's like a very bare bones experience. Obviously, there was depth to those games, and obviously the Easter eggs and all this stuff. But there was very much like, shoot zombies, get points, survive is really what it felt like. As much as I love the idea of just these deep side quests and deep like RNG mechanics and, shoot the balls on the pool table, get 100 points, knife a vending machine and get free random stuff, go to get a loot key off the ground and go visit the vault, like all that stuff. It's great because it's so deep and it's so replayable, but it doesn't feel gritty. It doesn't feel like there's a real, I don't know.
It just doesn't feel as real.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Because Black Ops 3 did, specifically 3, it was just a master of setting the tone. And I think the amount of mechanics is part of that. Dude, have you looked at some of the perk augments and how devastatingly overpowered they can become?
I hate that. Yeah, no, I have seen that. And it's just, that's kind of goes back to the idea of kind of down to earth grittiness. You can now you can level yourself up to be this like, unstoppable force. When
quick revive.
Yeah.
Just quick revive. So Dying Wish used to be a perk in Black Ops 4 that replaced quick revive when they got rid of the 4 core perk system: quick revive, speed cola, double tap, and Juggernog, of course. How did I forget that one?
Forget the most important one.
Yeah. So when they did away from the 4 core perks and went to like a different kind of perk system in Black Ops 4, Dying Wish was one of those perks. Now they've just made the already good version of quick revive, which is not only does it revive your teammates faster, but it also makes your own health regenerate a lot faster. So, which is a good version of quick revive. Not only did they just add the good version of quick revive in it, but when you level it up, it also becomes Dying Wish, to where when you get hit, you don't actually die.
Yeah.
Or when you get what would be your final hit to go down, you don't actually die, and you instead just get 5 seconds of a berserk mode that allows you to just run away and become and escape it effectively.
Right.
On top of the already good perk of quick revive, which is so overpowered. And Juggernog. So Juggernog is in its form right now, just good old Juggernog if you don't level it up. Normal Juggernog, pretty much still an essential perk. There are 2 levels of extra hits that you can, 2 upgrades of even more health that you can have by leveling up Juggernog.
Right.
On top of the already kind of tedious armor system. So if you have maxed out level Juggernog to where you get normal Juggernog and then buffed Juggernog, which gives you an extra like couple hits on top of that, and then buffed or buffed Juggernog, which gives you more couple hits on top of that, plus armor, plus Dying Wish quick revive, you're never gonna die.
Isn't there an augment for one of the perks that also gives your armor a buff too? I'm almost certain there is. Is it?
I think there is.
Is it Deadshot?
I don't know. It might be.
You know what? I'll just look it up real quick. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, let's just go through these perk augments. Let's just go through them here, because
heck yeah,
just the small amount of ones that I've read so far, once you level them the hell up, they're so overpowered, and it just makes zombies not even tough anymore. Because right now, in the way that it is tough and it's fun. Because I haven't leveled up any perks yet, except stamina up a little bit and quick revive a little bit.
So let's go here. What are we doing? Okay. Make sure I can read. Okay. So for Juggernog, the first one you get, I wish there was a graphic that made this a little easier to see. The first one is just deal bonus damage when your health is low. So that's fair. Okay. Slightly increase max health with Juggernog. So that's the
first
bump
level
one.
Buff. Yeah. Okay.
Armor plates have more damage mitigation. So actually, that one's baked into.
Okay, it was Jug.
It was Jug. Okay, and that is a minor augment. So theoretically, and then that increase your max health one is a major. So you could be running both increase health and increase armor on the same.
Yeah. So to those who don't know the augment mechanics, there's 3 minors and 3 majors upgrades to these perks, and you can only select one of each. So you can't just have and there's 6 total upgrades. There's 3 and 3. You can't just select all of them at the same time. You can only have one of each. But yeah, if you can select the health buff plus the armor buff on top of the already pretty essential Juggernog, I mean, like,
That's
come
insane.
on now.
That's insane.
Like, seriously? The amount of hits you're going to take before you go down has got to be insane.
You know what else is insane? Listen to this. Armor acts as a shield on your back.
Oh, I read that one. Dude, they got rid of the shield and turned the zombie shield into a perk augment.
Yeah, but here's the thing is like there was always a threat of like losing your shield or whatever. You pick up armor plates literally just off the ground. So you
They're everywhere.
You will like
and
always have shields.
If not, for some reason, if you don't have them, they literally only cost 50 scrap.
Yeah, and
which you are also always picking up.
You're there's not a moment where you're like under like 200 or 300 scrap. Like
right.
You pick it up in 5 seconds. Yeah, I think it's 50 scrap per scrap pile you pick up, I think.
So go read through that full shield.
Okay.
One.
Armor. Oh, my cursor went up the thing. Okay. Armor acts as a shield on your back, completely absorbing damage to your back. No damage mitigation when hit from the front. So nothing happens to the front, but it acts as a shield on your back, completely absorbing damage. When otherwise it wouldn't. Does the normal armor only help from the front?
Normal armor helps all the way around.
Oh, but what they're saying is it completely absorbs everything and no damage gets through. Wow.
When you get hit from the back, it only takes down armor damage and 0 health when you're hit from the back with that augment.
And then and then right after that, the next minor augment is slightly increased armor durability. So another armor buff.
Is the shield on the back one a major or a minor?
That is a major augment.
Okay, so you could have, if you didn't want the extra health buff of just normal health buff of Juggernog, you could instead have extra armor durability and then do the full back protection.
Dude, that's insane.
So it's effectively just a zombie shield, except a zombie shield that doesn't, when it breaks, you have to run to the build table and get a new one.
Right.
It's just always there because you can just keep armoring up over and over again.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. And then the last one for Juggernaut,
Wow.
It's one more major augment. It says, when an armor plate breaks, nearby normal zombies are stunned for a short time, giving you time to get away.
Yeah, oh, man. Yeah, so just, dude, so max level Jug is just God mode.
Yeah, it's insane. And that's just Juggernaut. That's
just Jug.
That's just Jug.
That's crazy.
Oh,
God,
that's crazy.
Read through Quick Revives.
Yeah, let's go through Quick Revive, definitely. Where is Quick Revive?
I guess
this is the one I was thinking of for Deadshot. So I was thinking of it the wrong way. I was thinking about it for personal armor. What it is increased damage to armor pieces.
Oh, like armored zombies.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Okay, so Quick Revive. Let's see. First minor augment. Reviving. Oh my God, why does my cursor keep doing that? Oh my God, I'm gonna kill myself. It's fine. I'll hover over something and then the thing will be like, you want to be at the top of the page right now? I'm like, nah, dude, I'm good. Okay. Reviving an ally increases both of your movement speeds for a short time. That's fair. It's not insane. Reviving an ally allows them to keep all of their perks on their bleed out bar. That's kind of insane.
Wow.
That's kind of insane.
That's huge. That's huge.
Let's see. Reviving an ally heals you to full health. That's another minor one.
That's also really good.
That's pretty good. This is the one. So I use this a little bit. Killing an enemy. This is basically last standing. Or last stand. Killing an enemy while downed will revive you and remove quick revive. This can be done 3 times. So you can only do it 3 times.
Okay, so that basically turns quick revive into what it was in Black Ops 3, 2, and 1. Which was, it's a self-revive.
Yeah, self-res.
But that's also on top of the benefits of quick revive, which are faster health regeneration and reviving teammates faster.
Plus, you already can get self-reses. That's already a thing.
You can already get self-reses.
With scrap.
So, wow! So you can have 6! You can have 6 downs in solo.
Is that right? Three from equivalent exchange, which is like last stand.
3 from quick revive, and then 3 from buying self-reses.
I don't think. Okay. Well, I don't think there's a cap to how many self-reses you can get.
There's a cap. There's 3.
Oh, okay. It is. Okay. So you can have 6. Okay, so you're right then. So you can have 6. That's a lot of getting and
for solo, that's a lot of downing.
Yeah. And if you're not playing solo, that's in addition to,
and if you're not solo, quick revive has never been able to do that in multiplayer games before. And now it can. Which is huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Is that a major, or were those 3 minors?
Reviving an ally, movement speed was a minor. Allowing them to keep the perks, major. Ally heals you to full health, minor, and then can be done 3 times, kill and get back up is a major.
Okay. What are the other 2 minors, and what are the last minor and last major?
So the last minor is just increase your time in last stand.
Okay.
So just your bleed out time, basically.
And then the last major is Dying Wish.
Yeah, is okay. Straight up Dying Wish.
So you can't. Okay, so being able to revive yourself when you get a kill in last stand and Dying Wish are both majors, so you can't just stack that, which I guess is good.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize this. So Electric Cherry is actually just a major augment of what is it? Elemental Pop.
Oh, really? Electric Cherry is now just an elemental pop augment.
and it's just called that. Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Well, I guess that's just confirmation that Electric Cherry is never going to return. But
yeah,
if it's still in the game, it's still in the game in a different way.
So all that to say, this is insane. It's insane.
So yeah, if you have super buff mode Jug, God mode Jug, and then put on Revive Yourself, or honestly, the Revive Yourself or the Dying Wish one, both of those are crazy good on quick revive.
Right.
And buy a self-res. Like,
you just go down as much as you want.
Yeah. Or just never go down at all because God mode Jug.
Yeah, God mode Jug. If not that, then go down 6 times.
Yeah. That's just crazy. That's crazy. So wait. Revive teammate. Does the one where you get out of last stand, was reviving teammates keep all their perks? Was that a minor or a major?
That's a major.
Okay. I was like, dude, if you could stack that with reviving yourself and you just revive yourself with your perks.
Yeah, that's broken. That's
now we're just in broken territory, but that's also a major. Okay, so you can't stack that.
Yeah, no, that would just be crazy, wouldn't it?
Okay, so when you revive if you revive someone, you immediately get full health. That's pretty freaking good. Most of the time when you're reviving someone, you're on the brink of death.
Yeah.
To get that revive. So like that's pretty good.
Right. And isn't the well, and anyway, the main, or like the base ability of quick revive is heal faster. So essentially,
you regenerate your health faster.
Yeah. So
quick revive is just really good on its own.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to not just run into if you have this heals you to full health one, plus you're going to be rezzing faster.
You have quick revive, which will heal you faster too.
Yeah, there's no reason not to just run into a horde and just res your buddy on the spot.
Res. Right, yeah, just get the res because you're probably going to be freaking fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's broken. That's broken.
Which is crazy. Get that res. Oh, man, get that res, stack it with keeping the teammates' perks.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
literally like, what's that gumball that... Granted, it reses them for you, but keeps all the perks.
Phoenix Up.
Yeah.
Phoenix Up. Immediately upon activation, all teammates are revived and keep all their perks.
Yeah.
Phoenix Up is in Black Ops 3, 4, and it returned in 6. Yeah, that's a crazy good gumball.
Yeah. So basically, this augment, obviously, it's not as good as Phoenix Up, but if what you're after for Phoenix Up is the ability to keep perks, which is a big part of why Phoenix Up is great.
Phoenix Up,
this is basically just like poor man's Phoenix Up. You got to do the work. You keep the perks. Right. That's insane. That's crazy.
Granted, the perk thing, when you go down, you lose all your perks except 3, and then the 3 that you keep are on a timer,
right?
Based on how long you're down. And when you revive, you only keep those 3. But I mean,
oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
So it's not as crazy as Phoenix Up.
It's okay. So it's only the ones on the bleed out bar, which are 3 of them. Is what you're saying.
So if you have like 6 perks, you're losing 3 of them regardless. And granted, the first perk on the bleed out bar is like 7 or 8 seconds in. So 90% of the time, you can count yourself out on keeping all 3 of your perks when you go down.
Right.
But it's still really good. If those 3 perks you keep in, I believe it's your first 3 purchased. I believe
it goes by purchase order.
Yeah.
I think.
So
is that right? Yeah, I think
so. So if your first 3 ones you're purchasing, obviously Jug's going to be a part of that. I would say probably Speed Cola should be a part of that, and maybe like Stamina or Quick Revive, PhD Flop or something like that would be third. Regardless, you're going to be revived with 3 good perks most likely.
Right. That's insane. And I guess I'll open the conversation with something you and I talked about off air, as they might say. We talked about this whole kind of leveling up system, but in between games. This whole like non-in-game level up system. Guns level up to become more insane. Your perks, your ammo mods. Right. All of that stuff becomes more insane.
Yeah, and I haven't even looked at ammo mod or field upgrade augments. I can't even imagine how overpowered those might get when your ammo mods start turning into Zeus's lightning or something.
Oh my god! Well, I just scrolled down just cause. So brain rot is one of the ammo mods, and what it does. It converts a zombie into a friendly for a brief period of time. Mm-hmm. Here's one of the major augments of brain rot. It can charm elite enemies. So you can just get a mangler.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, what about one of the arm guys?
God. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's so OP. Are you kidding?
That's fun. It is insane. That's literally crazy. And I've not looked into this very much, but yeah, no, that's.
Oh my god, that's
literally crazy. Yeah. Yep, that's wild. That is absolutely wild. But whenever you and I were talking about this, I made this bold take, and this was my bold take right here. I feel like, for the most part, for almost all of the part, the zombies experience should be a clean slate each game.
Yeah,
was my opinion.
Because this is I brought this up too when we were off camera. I even in Cold War, I really hate the create a class system of spawning in with a loadout.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I like the idea of spawning in with nothing, and the feeling of progression is good.
Yeah.
Starting from nothing and then becoming God instead of spawning in as God is good.
Or as like an almost God, and then within 5 minutes you have gotten the perks to be God. Yeah. At the very least.
And then you get your God mode jug, you get your brain rot, and next thing you know, you shoot the boss and he just kills everyone for you.
Yeah, no, that's because that's how I feel too. I like the idea, and I think maybe even it goes back to the idea of this grittiness in zombies that we just don't have anymore. But you literally spawn in, no perks, no nothing. In the case of before BO3, no gobble gums.
Yeah, no gumballs.
You start pistol, knife, and maybe some grenades. And they go figure it out.
Yeah, and I liked that.
Yeah.
I liked that. Everyone liked that. It just I get that they have to keep changing and iterating and adding things to it, adding new content, improving. So like it couldn't stay the Black Ops 3 system forever. And I get that. They tried something new with Black Ops 4 system. It didn't work out too great. But in my opinion, even that I kind of like that even better than the Cold War system.
Yeah.
And it's not even that it's not fun, because Black Ops 6 is still really fun.
Yeah.
But I know once I start leveling this stuff up and I get all the augments on the perks, the weapon, the ammo mods, and the field upgrades, like I feel like it's just going to feel like Cold War again, where it's just a cakewalk from moment 1 to round 250.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just going to get to that point again. So like, I don't know. OG Zombies is goated still. Black Ops 6 is great, but
you know what would be a fun way to play BO6? And this is just kind of basically this is looking at all the iterations they've made and then saying no to them. But like, I'd love to see to kind of craft a bare bones experience in BO6. You just take off all your augments, you find a pistol to make as your starting weapon, and you just play zombies that way. That's probably as close to OG Zombies as you could probably get. Is just take off everything.
Remove augments, remove the whole create a class stuff.
Yeah.
And I agree.
I think that'd be really fun. But, I like that. I like the idea of a start with nothing and build up kind of system, but that's not really monetizable in a lot of ways.
Gumballs definitely were in Black Ops 3.
I'm talking pre-gumballs is specifically what I'm talking about.
Oh, even pre-gum. Yeah, Black Ops 2 was.
Granted, I love the
Black Ops
gum
1
system. I think it's.
yeah, absolutely. I think the gumball system is fantastic.
Yeah, and I'm glad I made a comeback. But yeah, no, excluding that idea of monetization, you can't really without carrying things over between games, there'd be no incentive to purchase and to monetize, and that's just not obviously their style.
Dude, I know. Come season 1. They don't have it right now, but I know there's going to be a way to buy gumballs. There's going to be a way to, I wouldn't even be surprised if there's a way to buy like your way to augment upgrades faster either. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest at that. Like if they have, like, even if it's not directly, like even if they have in the season pass, in the purchase tier of the season pass, how there's always like a season pass top tier that's free and you get some stuff, and then a bottom tier that has a bunch of stuff that you have to buy the actual season pass for. Even if it's like augment XP boosts in the paid tier of the season pass, like even something like that where it's indirectly monetized, I could see.
Right. Yep. So long as it's not everybody throws around the term, but a pay to win system. I mean, so long as it's, you stick to cosmetics, stuff like that, maybe even XP to an extent, but like, I don't know.
we know that they're going to monetize gumballs because they already have in the past. And what is more pay to win than gumballs?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. The only thing that saves it from being just stupid is that Zombies is a cooperative experience.
yeah.
Strictly.
The fact that it's not PvP makes the whole pay to win system seem a little bit less bad.
Yeah. But that's a lot of bitching about BO6. All that to say, I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, to say, I'm thoroughly enjoying Black Ops 6.
Yeah, I think it could be better. I think one thing that I've seen complained about a ton, and I totally agree with it, is the enemy spawns are just busted, dude. It's like instead of making the game like or just like buffing, in Zombies. Just like buffing, I think I've heard of issues with spawns in multiplayer as well.
There's a little bit of multiplayer too.
So specifically zombie spawns. Later in the game, it's not just that the zombies get more health. That is true. But I think they just had this idea of like, okay, how do we increase difficulty? Let's just put in 10 manglers at once.
Dude, the mangler count is through the stratosphere. You can't take a moment's second to rest when there's 14 manglers in your horde of 10 zombies. There's so many manglers.
Yeah,
it's
dude,
crazy.
It is insane, and it does. I don't know. I don't like it. I feel like there's a lot better ways to do that. But what do I know? I'm stupid.
I mean, I kind of wish at this point they'd have found a new sort of mini boss enemy. Manglers were initially introduced in Go Rod, right? Mm. And they've just been throughout Call of Duty Zombies since. Manglers as like a normal world spawn was a thing in Cold War as well. And obviously they've continued with Margwas as well. Those obviously were introduced in Shadows of Evil.
Yeah, I'm glad that those are back.
Margwas, I do like Margwas. Margwas were also in Cold War in the same way that they are in Black Ops 6. Margwas were also in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, which I never even bought that game. But so Margwas and Manglers have just been since Black Ops 3, they've just stayed. I kind of wish like you could say the arms guys could, I don't know. Like,
I'm not a big fan of the arms guy.
Me neither.
Is it just the Abomination? Is that what they call him, or something like that?
Oh, is that what they're called, Abomination?
I thought so.
I just know that they have 8 arms sticking out of them, and they look like that thing from the forest.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. You know who I would love to see make a return? Freaking Panzers, bro. I think that'd be crazy. I mean, granted, there's like, big metal juggernaut looking guy. I mean, that's kind of what a mangler is. I mean,
similar. But it ain't a Panzer.
But it's not a Panzer.
It's not a Panzer, dude. Panzer. So yeah, Panzers were initially introduced in Origins and Black Ops 2, brought back in Horizon, and
right.
They were in Revelations. No, they weren't in Margwas. There were different like elemental types of Margwas in Revelations. I think Horizon is the last time we've seen a Panzer. Wow, is it really? Has it only ever been in Origins and Horizon? I feel like there's been another time where we've seen Panzers, but I definitely know there's no Panzers in Black Ops 4. And I don't think there's been Panzers since the Cold War system. I think Horizon is the last time we saw a Panzer. Which is crazy.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, bring back the Panzer. I mean, maybe map being medieval themed, I don't think... Well, I say that, but Derizen being medieval themed was the one with the Panzer in it. So
maybe they'll make a callback. Maybe they know that it's similar to Derizen, so they'll be like Panzer.
Bring back the Panzer. Yeah.
I'd be down.
Yeah, that would be cool. Panzers are some of the freaking scariest mini bosses ever. Because they have a freaking grapple that pulls you in and burns you when you get close.
Yeah.
And they have a freaking flamethrower that they just shoot while chasing you. And their metal thunderous stomp when they're running is just so intimidating. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I'm all about the Panzer. And I don't get that level of fear from Manglers.
No, I don't really get a level of fear from Manglers. I just kind of become disappointed.
Yeah. I mean, they're
because
bullet,
I'm like,
I mean,
now I have to shoot this thing.
Yeah, they're bullet sponges, definitely. But
yeah,
I mean, well, until you get like, a blue or purple packed gun at some point in time, then you just shoot their cannon off and shoot them in the face, and then they're dead.
Gold triple pack.
It shreds. Yeah, it shreds.
Yeah, golden triple pack does damage for basically as long as you could ever need it to. Plus, there's also infinite damage wonder weapons. So
yeah, for the first time today, I did a run with a Sally. That was fun.
Yeah, dude, the Sally is really good. There is a dual wield. There is a Mustang and Sally type thing. I think what you can do is get an attachment.
I think it's
an attachment.
I think it might be just a Sally and Sally.
Is it?
I kind of want to end it.
Because there is an attachment for that weapon that allows you to dual wield, I think. So when you pack a punch it, it just becomes basically like Mustang and Sally was. But is it seriously called Sally and?
Well, maybe it's not. I don't know. But as of the GS45, add the akimbo stock.
Yeah, you can make it akimbo.
Yeah, pack a punch the akimbo GS45.
What's it called?
What's it called?
It's probably still just called Sally because I don't think putting on an attachment changes the name of the gun.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it just says, lo and behold, the graceful return of the Mustang and Sally, but I highly doubt that it actually is.
It's probably just called Sally still. Yeah, last time we saw true Mustang and Sally was actually in Black Ops 2. We saw a similar type weapon with Black Ops 3's Pack-a-Punched. What was that, MR6 or whatever it was called? Stubby pistol. But yeah, it's a legendary, especially in a game with PhD Flopper. It's a legendary weapon.
It is OP with Flopper, dude. It's insane.
It's really damn good.
You literally just if you get crowded, you just shoot your feet for a while.
Yeah, just spam the ground and you're safe. Yeah, and that's another good thing about why the ray gun is good now, because PhD Flopper's back.
Yeah,
because the ray gun shreds now. It's pretty good. It's because it was like fine in Black Ops 3, honestly kind of bad in Black Ops 4 because there was no PhD Flopper in either of those games. So you just would take something else over it most of the time because you would accidentally kill yourself so often.
Happens to the best of us, really. I didn't. What?
I noticed you're doing something.
I'm doing something.
Are you looking something up or something?
I was just looking up Mustang and Sally stuff.
Oh.
Well, I'm honestly surprised at how long we talked about BO6. I was just gonna be like, hey, new map, and you were gonna be like, hey, and that was gonna be it. But no, that was like 40 minutes of
BO6 Zombies is a deep thing, bro.
Dude, I'm pumped for it. I'm pumped to see what it changes. And like I said, we're bitching about it. We're bitching up a storm, up, down, and center about this game, but it's still early on.
Not only is it actually just, it's still good. It's good. We're talking about the complaints about it, but it's good.
Yeah.
And it's still early. Like, we have gotten 0 DLC maps for this so far. Honestly, I'm invested in the story again. I haven't given a flying frickadoodle-doo about the story since post Black Ops 4. And I'm interested again because not only have they tied it to the chaos story of Black Ops 4, which Jason Blundell said he was never going to do, which Jason Blundell does not work there anymore. So
Lamau, get out of here. Yeah, no.
Jason Blundell was the head of. He was the lead guy on Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 and 4. The Greats, basically. He was the lead guy on the Greats. And he left after Black Ops 4.
Gotcha. Good guy. Good guy. I'm very excited for the future of this game. I think it's got a good head on its shoulder, this kid. You know? Got a good head on its shoulder. That's
I think they said 6 DLC zombies maps total.
Did they really?
I think so. I think that was like a thing.
I like that. I like that number. That's a good number.
Which is that's a lot of DLC maps. That's exciting.
Especially when Terminus is already like a pretty good vibe. The vibes are good.
Yeah, Terminus is pretty good.
I mean, yeah. And I was going to mention this, I forgot to. I love Liberty Falls. I think that's not a hot take anymore. Like, people kind of have come around on it.
It's good.
But
it's good.
Like, for me personally, if I'm just going to boot into a game of like casual,
oh yeah.
Dude,
Liberty Falls is more casual.
I love some casual Liberty Balls. If I want to run some like gritty zombies, let's go and get maybe just a touch spooked here and there, and actually get some difficulty in here. You're going Terminus. But for me and my friends, if we're just like, hey, let's just get in here, f around for a bit, and then exfil out, and that's just what we're gonna do. Liberty Falls is a good map for it.
Yeah,
it's simple. It's so simple. Pack a punch is easy as frick to get to. I mean, granted, so it is also pretty easy in Terminus to get to it. But I mean, yeah, you just progress so quickly, and just rack up rounds like that, and I love it. I love it to death.
What's your highest wave?
Not very high. Most people in my friend group are, once they get to like much after 20, they want to quit. But so probably like 27, maybe. Not real high.
Right now, mine's 35. Just because we were at 35 like this the first time we did the Easter egg on Terminus.
For the love of God. Okay, for the love of God. God's love. Somebody comment on the video, but if you do comment
on the damn video.
Comment on the damn video, but if you do comment, let us know if you would like us to do a round 100 challenge or something like that.
I would totally set aside like a Saturday to do something like that. That would be fun.
I'd be in. Let us know if you want to see us do a round 100. Not that it hasn't been done before and will be done a million times by a million other people, but if you want to see us do it because we're incredible to watch high quality stuff, then let us know because I'm totally down for that.
If we do it, first of all, comment on the damn video. I don't even care what your opinion on the Wine 100 is. Do this anyway. Like the damn video, right? Share the damn video to your mom, your grandma, your sister, your brother, your dog, your cat, all of them. Yeah. Share the damn video. But what I was going to say, if we do post something gaming related, it's going to be on a different channel. We have another channel for that. That's currently dead.
Yeah, it was dead on arrival, pretty much.
It was dead on arrival, but we ain't going to post, gaming stuff on this channel. We got another channel for that. PowerFish Games, easy to find, same logo, little different color.
Yeah. It's currently
we'll probably link it in the description.
We got one video and one short up there, both Roblox. We did a Roblox episode.
Roblox, yeah, I forgot.
And it was a pretty good episode. Nobody watched it because obviously
it was fun. I thought it was funny. Yeah, I liked it.
It was pretty funny. So yeah, I mean, if there's interest, we'll post on there.
Comment on the damn video. We'll like the damn video and share the damn video. Yeah.
PowerFish Games is going to be a by request only video schedule format.
A by request channel only. Yeah.
No. You have to ask when we'll do it.
Yeah, but Roblox is kind of, I don't know if y'all have played Roblox before. Probably not because you're adults, probably. But Roblox it's good. It's fun.
Yeah.
Dude, there's this game on Roblox that I played recently. And it's just like a bunch of soft traps murdering these children. And it's like 20 or 25 people load into this like area, and all of them get like randomly selected to do like these Saw-esque games where only one person comes out alive, and each like it randomly selects one person, randomly selects another. They get pitted against each other, type of deal. Whoever loses, gets a saw trap head exploding, organs everywhere, whatever. It's a Roblox game. It's so much fun,
dude.
And children are playing it.
Roblox has some of the most creative titles you can imagine.
Oh my god!
It's because the studio is easy to use. Anybody with an idea can really get in there and make something happen. Maybe if it's not top graphic fidelity.
I mean, criminy, we did an episode where we talked about how we're gonna try to recreate Black Ops 3: Shadows of Evil in Roblox.
Yeah. And
we haven't been doing that very much.
We attempted that a little bit and realized that it is in fact in depth. The system is in fact in depth. But even if you're not going in depth like we were trying to do, you can really get in there, throw some blocks around, and put together a game even as a newbie. And that just creates some of the most random ideas as far as games go. And it's so much fun. And I am one of the people that believe that Roblox is not a platform for kids only.
I mean, the games are developed by adults, mostly.
Right.
So, kids can create games. And honestly, Roblox markets the ability to create games to kids.
Right.
But in reality, getting a game to take off on Roblox, it's the same as getting a game to take off anywhere else, or taking off on YouTube, or taking off. It's the same. You need attention. You need to have player base.
Yeah.
You need to make a competitive game that's going to rise to the top. So it's not really realistic to make a successful game as a child. But they can still make a game.
But that's what I was saying. You can still make a game, and if you want to make a good game, even as maybe not necessarily a child, but maybe even a child, the extensive amount of resources you have available to you to make these games pretty decent is nothing short of astounding.
Right. And holy cow, if you want to take it and use it, take a game that you make and put that on your freaking resume for a game development position somewhere else in years' time.
Yeah.
That's big. That's big because it uses Lua, the programming language, which is based off of C++, which is everywhere. C++ is used in so many games.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah. Does game design on Roblox is game design. You are a game developer.
Right.
So, even if you don't do it just for the sake of doing it, you can do it for the sake of a future job proposition.
You very well could. And that would be a pro gamer move, if I had to say so. Pro game developer move.
Right.
Even.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm an idiot.
Yes. But yeah, no, if we, I mean, this whole we're making Black Ops 3 zombies and Roblox thing may or may not ever happen. I definitely still want it to, but I mean,
the level of intrinsicness, the intensity of workload that would require is
the thing we need. The thing we need to make this happen in less than a freaking 3 years time is what we would need more of is time in the day.
Yeah. That just ain't something we got.
Or we could or we could just stop doing this and instead replace it with that, which I don't want to do.
I don't want to do that. This is fun and engaging.
This is fun.
And yeah. If you want to see us throw the podcast in the trash, let us know.
If you want to see us throw a podcast in the trash, comment on the damn video. Like the damn video, and we'll make a Roblox game. We'll delete the channel. Just let us know.
We're going to sell the channel on Craigslist. Who wants it?
Yeah. $2.
Exactly.
How much do you think something like a Mr. Beast channel would be worth?
Oh my God. It would be, well, we already know it would make you millions.
Dude, I mean, every single video he gets over 100 million views. He makes, dude, I can't even imagine, like, the companies that sponsor his videos. How much do you think he charges for a video sponsorship?
Knowing that he doesn't need those.
Yeah, he didn't even need them.
He doesn't
But
even...
like, his videos cost millions of dollars to make.
Right.
Like, he pays a lot of people, and he does some pretty insane things in his videos.
Yeah.
Like, he spends millions on a video, but he's still making an unbelievable profit. So like, obviously he's getting several $1 million just from YouTube alone, probably per video.
Dude, I don't know. It's insane just to think about that kind of money.
That kind of capital. Just if you sold the Mr. Beast brand, the channel and all his companies, I mean, hundreds of millions. I would say over, it would be like probably 200 or more $1 million.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, easy. If he was even going to sell, which he's not. He's been on record saying he's been asked to sell many times, and he's just like, you don't have the money that I want. Like,
yeah, it would be insane.
Yeah.
That's
we'll buy it though.
Yeah, we'll buy it. We'll buy it.
We got that.
Yeah, we can spend
We'll take out a small loan of $1 billion.
Small loan of $1 billion.
Speaking of taking out loans, this is a really quick side tangent that I actively don't want to get too deep on, because we could probably spend an episode on the horrifying nature of it. So I paid off my car recently. I told you when I did this.
That's good.
And lo and behold,
big win.
My credit score dropped. Lo and behold. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, as it does.
You know?
When you when loans fall off.
Yeah. It's just funny to me. And the only reason I bring it up is because I literally just got the notification like maybe a couple hours ago that they're like, hey, your credit score dropped. And I was like, okay, why? What changed? And they were like, you're not in debt anymore. And you were supposed to be. And I'm like, oh, shit.
I mean, usually it's a drop for greater recovery later with something like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's the moral of the story is, don't get in debt if you can't help it.
Don't get in debt.
You probably can't help it. That's just the way that's the way the world is. But
we did a whole podcast on.
And that's why I don't want to get too in depth about it, because we already did a podcast and this topic could probably go on for another podcast length. But yeah, I just thought it was really funny that happened. But that's fine. I think you're right. Greater gains later on.
It's hurt now for better later.
Yeah.
Which I don't get why they do that, but it's like starting your credit in the first place. When you get a credit, open a credit, it starts at some given score. It's never gonna go up until you put a balance on, which causes it to drop. But then you pay it off, which makes it go up a little bit higher than what it used to be.
Right.
So like it's not a very rewarding process in the short term, for sure.
It's like the idea of credit is to, in theory, it's to show your financial reputation to lenders is the idea. But you have to have utilized the system in order to show anything. you could just be incredible at saving money.
You could be rich.
You could be rich. And there's a funny clip that goes around of our Lord and Savior Dave Ramsey
Buying an apartment complex.
Yeah, friend of the podcast.
Yeah.
So did I tell you that story on here?
You said this one on the financial podcast that we did.
More of the story, honestly, is don't listen to us right now. Just go back and listen to that episode.
This whole topic went into pretty in depth on the Simple Path to Wealth book episode.
Yeah, just on my mind lately because of certain events.
Speaking of quick callbacks, quick callback to our philosophy.
Oh yeah.
One, there's this question from Jonathan Haidt. He did on his book, The Righteous Mind. He was researching morality and is it nature and nurture? Pretty much was the moral of the story he was going for, which mostly nurture, some deep things maybe nature, but morality mostly is built off of nurture because, as we've discussed before, it can be very, very different depending on the culture you're in on what is moral and immoral. But so I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay, I'm ready to
he
answer.
asked. Okay. A man goes to the supermarket, buys a chicken. He buys a chicken.
Okay.
Kills it. Cooks it.
Okay.
Eats it. Is that immoral?
I mean, depends on who you ask. But in this case, you're asking me, I suppose.
Yeah.
Putting me on the hot seat.
Is it immoral to buy a chicken from the supermarket, kill it, cook it, and eat it? Eat the chicken in the comfort of his home.
My instinct is to say that it is not immoral.
Yeah, I would say it's.
And the reason I believe that is because of the concept of dominion, and how we have decimated any other life form that lives on this planet, and we have beaten them into submission. And for that reason, it is not immoral because we said so.
So if you're down under and you're eating dogs. Dominion. That's why.
I mean, it comes down to. I don't know. I don't know what it comes down to.
So now, let me ask you this: most people he asked said no, that's not immoral. That's fine. People eat chickens.
Yeah.
He cooked it in his own home. Nobody watched it die. He didn't, kill it by twisting its neck slowly like a saw trap. So here's his next question. After that was majority answered, nothing wrong with that. This one was a little bit more dicey. Man goes to the supermarket, buys a chicken, takes the chicken home, fucks the chicken, kills it, cooks it, eats it. Is that immoral?
I would say yes. And there's a reason I would say yes. And it's because that's gross. That's why. That's the overarching reason for my
immoral
answer.
Because you.
Yeah. Well, so honestly, the way I would feel about that is it's the idea of unnecessary suffering. I mean, granted, I don't know how the chicken feels about this thing. Maybe it's all for it. But I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that the chicken's not for it.
Probably not. Yeah.
Not to make bold assumptions, but I think now you're putting, it depends on how you look at it, I guess. If you say me eating an animal is necessary for me, then that is a necessary murder I am committing. It is not necessary to fuck a chicken. It's not necessary, so don't do it. That's what.
So what about hunting?
I've always been of the opinion that people should not hunt for sport. I feel like
they don't. Yeah, I mostly agree. If you're gonna hunt, you should eat.
Okay, yeah. Let me clarify. At very least, you kill an animal, eat it. You intentionally kill an animal, eat it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's and a lot of hunters feel that way too. I mean, there's
Right. Yeah, I would say that's the common, the consensus of hunting.
Right.
You don't kill it for fun. Yeah.
Right. But I feel about the way I feel about hunting is very similar to how I feel about buying a chicken at the grocery store. It's I don't know. Instead of hunting the animal down in the woods.
In the process of hunting, you don't need to do it for food, but it generally causes suffering to the animal. And I would say a lot less suffering than the animal's probably going to suffer, dying in the wild, being eaten by a bear or whatever.
Right.
Animals don't die of old age. They die of usually other animals. So you're probably doing the animal a service in the long run, but like, you're causing an animal part-time suffering.
Yeah.
For food that you don't necessarily need to have. What about that?
I don't like it. It doesn't make me feel good, but I think it's okay as long as you're eating it.
So, the chicken. It's temporary suffering, and you don't need the food. And you could say the same thing. You don't like it.
Well,
it doesn't make you feel good, but you think it's okay.
So no. That's not.
You heard it here first. It's okay to chicken.
That's not what the question was. I could buy a chicken from the grocery store and come back and kill it and eat it. I've successfully eaten a chicken. The fucking doesn't have to happen to have an eaten chicken. That's the difference here. Okay. Killing a chicken and cooking it and eating it is to satisfy the need to eat. If you get a chicken and fuck it, it's to satisfy the urge of fucking. And what I'm saying is don't fuck a chicken. What I'm saying is do eat a chicken, don't fuck it. So if you take it home, fuck it, then eat it, you didn't need that middle bit.
Okay, yeah. I think I agree with that. I think most of the people he asked said, so he was trying to narrow. So a common thing of morality is morality just fairness and harm to like people?
Yeah.
And if your idea that is a common thing of people's explanations of morality is fairness and harm. And if that's the case, you're not harming anybody and you're not causing anything unfair to happen by fucking the chicken.
I would very much disagree with that assessment.
Who are you? What?
I would disagree.
How?
I think it is unfair to the chicken. It's unfair.
It's unfair to the chicken that it's in the supermarket.
Indeed, it is unfair.
The unfairness to the chicken is many steps removed of before the fucking.
I mean, let's take it this way, right? You have somebody. Let's say, to euthanize somebody was legal, right? And you're going to euthanize somebody. Let's say it's like they by their request. Let's say for whatever reason, old age, whatever, by their request, they're going to be euthanized. And then so you're about to euthanize them, and then you just fucking punch them in the face, you know? And then they're like, I guess I was going to die anyway. No. You're trying to get to a destination. The destination is a cooked and eaten chicken. You don't need to punch them in the face or fuck them in the butt. You don't need to do either of those things.
Yeah.
I draw a line there. There's something to be said about a line in that situation.
So you would say it is immoral.
I would say that, yeah.
To fuck the chicken.
Yeah, that is unnecessary. Granted, we don't need to have these, these farms or whatever that raise chickens for meat, murder, and all that. Maybe you can make an argument that that's also unnecessary. But what's even more unnecessary is fucking a chicken right before you eat it.
Okay. So let me raise you this.
Raise it to me.
That's immoral. I think I would mostly agree with all of your arguments on that point. You got a man.
Yeah.
A man goes to the supermarket.
Yeah.
Buys a chicken.
Yeah.
Kills the chicken.
Sure.
Fucks the dead chicken. Cooks it and eats it. Is that immoral?
You know, I'll say this before I really dive into deep thoughts and maybe more probing questions. Initial reaction, maybe still immoral, but less. Less than just than f***ing a live chicken. If I'm being honest, that's my initial reaction.
I don't think that's a hot take. I think, yeah,
it's less. It is. I don't like it, but but it's less. It is less immoral, potentially.
What is your argument for it being at all immoral?
I mean, I don't have a good one. I mean, you could say that the argument I want to make is you're desecrating remains, but with eating, you're going to eat the remains. So I mean, that's desecrating in its own way, I would say.
Yeah, you're gonna cut it up into bits, mutilate it anyway.
Yeah, so I mean, it's
the desecration of mutilation, I would say, is worse than, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of arguments where you could say we're already doing the worst to these poor chickens. What is to their carcasses anyway? Now you're now what is one little fuck here and there? You know,
what is one chicken butt fuck gonna do?
So I mean, I guess by virtue of we're already doing worse things to them, I guess it's fucking them's not any worse.
So you would say that this is not an immoral act. You would say there's nothing immoral happening here.
I mean, every part of me wants to say that no, there is something immoral happening here, but
right, it's repulsive. It's disgusting. It definitely doesn't make you like the guy.
Yeah,
but basically, your answer is the same as pretty much everyone else's. Is they can't really find a way to make this immorally wrong,
right?
But nobody likes it one bit.
Yeah, I mean, my opinions are firm on the.
Everyone pretty much has a gut reaction that it's wrong,
right?
But no one can figure out kind of why.
Yeah, I'll give you definitive reasons, like I just did on the live chicken one. That's suffering. That's now you're just, well, to put a word to it, you're raping a chicken. That's what's happening.
Unnecessarily.
Not that there's ever a situation where you have to by necessity rape a chicken. It's the way you. Yeah,
how do you find yourself in that situation?
I said, yeah, you're raping a chicken, and you said unnecessarily at that.
Yeah. You just might wake up one day and find out that the president's being held at gunpoint unless you rape a chick. You never know.
Yeah. Barring that extreme situation, I think that's really raping a chicken is incredibly unnecessary and shan't be done.
Yeah.
Once it's dead, I don't like it. But then you could try to extend that circumstance into. Now here's where the next logical argument I would say for this person who's probing these ideas is that it's then you say, okay, I guess it's a dead chicken, maybe it's not as bad. And then they go, what about a dead human?
Yeah, it just keeps going. It keeps going. And then yeah. And
then at some point, I think where that boils down to, if I'm gonna boil this down to something, it just comes down to there is a difference between animals and humans, and that difference is dominion, and the fact that we have just fucked them over. Like we really fucked them over, and we've
conquered.
Now we own them, and that's just the way it is. But we don't own each other, or do we?
Or do we?
Let's leave that open-ended.
It goes to humans. I mean, well, then it gets to the part of if you're a vegan because of animal rights, the immoral part happens at the part of the chickens in the supermarket.
Right.
And you are supporting this, which is immoral. So to your average Joe, it's not immoral, but if you were to then bring a human into this argument, it would beg the question of, like, the human is dead. Something likely immoral took place to get the human in that state to begin with. But if you were to create in a hypothetical, like, unrealistic scenario where you're in a situation, nobody's around to see it, nobody is going to know, and there is for some reason a dead human and you in a place, well, yeah, then
fuck them. Is that where we're going with this?
I mean, I don't know where you go with that.
I think if we are going that route of conversation, I do think there is something to be said for desecration of remains. I do think that that's immoral. I think I draw the line at the line is.
So what is remains of what used to be a conscious being?
Well, no, a chicken's a conscious being.
Well, it's unknown if they have consciousness or not, but
I mean, for the same reason. I mean, I guess it depends on how you define consciousness. Check out that video. But conscious in the fact that they are aware of themselves. Like I'm not saying they know they're a chicken, but they know that they wake up in the morning and they move and they eat and then they fuck and then they die, and that's chicken life, you know?
Right. They might have consciousness, but it is definitely a very different form of consciousness than what we have.
It's not like
whatever it may be.
I'm drawing a distinction between animals and like a mushroom or a leaf, you know?
So then desecration of remains, obviously not applying to the chicken, but applying to the human. Where's the line there?
I would say the line is just social obligation. Honestly, that is purely just.
So it would be a 100% immoral, a socially constructed immorality.
Yeah, 100%. Because I mean, if we're looking at this objectively, we're taking religion out of this, get that shit out of here. We're getting all these social customs out of here. Bye. And we're just left with the world as it is and us. When somebody dies, their body becomes garbage. They are trash. That's what the thing is. And they're they're nothing. They're nothing. They're just
flesh on the ground.
They're organic matter sitting somewhere. That's what it is. They are garbage. In a world with no religion and no social customs, do with garbage what you want. But we don't live in that world.
Right.
That's what I would say.
So in the world we're living in now, it's immoral, but in a different world or even in a different culture, it's not.
Absolutely.
So what if you were to go to a different culture?
Okay.
From this, would that still be immoral in your eyes?
In my eyes, yeah, because I'm coming from a different culture. I'm not good, but there's a difference between something in my eyes being immoral and me imposing that belief on another culture. I'm not going to be like, whoa, what are you doing?
What is all this?
What is all this mucking about? What are we doing here? I'm going to call the authorities. No, like if it's not my culture, I'm going to be repulsed. I'm going to be icked beyond belief, but I am a guest in a different culture. I'm not going to partake either. You know? No, right. It's not. This is not a when in Rome situation, you know. But right. I can't really impose my beliefs on another culture, and I wouldn't try.
Right. Yeah. There is some evidence too that there is some sort of deeper evolutionary immorality in people as well. Because if the one of the sayings of Christianity or religion in general is, if no God, then where do you get good from? How do you know what's right and wrong? How do you know how to be moral?
I think the answer is society, culture.
Right. And the argument for morality being a part of us, like why do we feel the need to be kind to others generally? Like, even with nothing in return and no hope of any sort of benefit to you, but you're still being kind, even if they don't even know who you are, type of deal. Like, what's the evolutionary reason for that?
I'm not gonna sit here and claim that a lot of our even secular social customs don't stem from religion, because they do. I do think that there is stuff that, like, let's say we're an early civilization. Somebody builds a house, and somebody else builds a house, and then somebody comes over and just kicks down their house. They say, stupid house, get out of my way. And they kick down the house. And then the other guy says, hey, don't kick down my house. I'm going to kick down your house now. And he kicks down his house. Now you got two kick down houses. And then they go together and they say, let's just not do that. I won't kick down your house. You don't kick down mine. Okay. Bet. And nobody's house got kicked down from there. Then after
that type of thing.
I think that's probably where, aside from religion, or maybe even hot take, maybe even what influenced religion, but where a lot of our core values stem from is just
community
in general.
I think, and that's true. Richard, the biologist Richard Dawkins argues that a lot of our intrinsic desire, because that is kind of like a morality that seems to be consistent across just human beings. It seems to transcend culture. It's just the need for the desire for community building, just intrinsic desire, basically.
Right.
And that was basically it's a evolutionary trait, because it is for the benefit of survivability of everyone. And it also is for the benefit of your children. If you were to bear children, you need to have these unexplainable, deep feelings for someone to keep them alive. Because when you're a baby, you can't really...
Yeah, baby dumb.
Can't really run away from a saber tooth.
Yeah, baby dumb. Not very fast.
It is, morality, there are some nature rather than nurture levels to morality. But I would say in today's age, the vast majority of what people think is moral and immoral is nurture based. It is built.
And I think a lot of it stems from religions. I do think that. I mean,
I agree. I think it's either
for better and worse.
For better and worse, yeah. Like things like, I mean, the Taliban wouldn't exist if religion didn't exist. 9/11 would not have happened if there are bad things that happen in the name of religion, but bad people do bad things regardless of religion too. So you can't really blame it on that.
Right.
But like Jesus was way ahead of his time with the whole Jesus was way ahead of his time in morality of today, pretty much.
Right. Or at least what we come to understand Jesus as far as scripture goes, assuming that's accurate.
Thousands of translations and languages and people.
The figure of Jesus as we know him is somebody that really took serious the question of morality and what it means to be a good human.
Right. And I think a lot of societal things came from that, which I think is a good thing.
Exactly.
It is a benefit of religion.
Why don't we just scrap this and become a religious podcast?
Yeah, we got some. Okay, I'm gonna describe this podcast, all of it, every episode we've ever released. You won't need to listen to any of them. Just listen to this segment here, right here at the end.
Yeah.
Video games, philosophy, religion, DoorDash guy. Now you know everything.
It always comes full circle. I don't know if there's been a single episode produced by this podcast that one of those topics were not hit on. If I'm being actually honest.
Maybe the financial one.
No, we talked about him. We talked about DoorDash guy.
We did.
We talked about DoorDash
right.
guy.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, here's my homework to all of you listening. Go back to every single video we've ever put out and try to find an episode that we didn't talk about one of those three things.
Four things.
Video
games, philosophy, DoorDash guy.
Religion.
Did I? Religion. Yeah, four things. Holy cow. Yeah, four things. Yeah.
All right.
If there's a podcast without one of those four things, it's an outlier.
Yeah.
And we're 30-something in.
If you find one that we didn't talk about one of those things, drop a comment. We'll give you a heart.
Comment on the damn video.
Again, comment.
Yeah. Separate comments. Should we do some sort of zombies challenge that you want to see? Or anything video games that you want to see, really, to be fair. Yeah. Just drop a comment. And then in a separate comment, 2 comments, something else about one of those 4 things we talked about. Watch all of our episodes and tell us if we have have an episode about has nothing to do with one of the 4 things that I said.
And then comment, and when you do that watch through, comment on every single one of those videos, yes or no, if those things were mentioned.
Yeah. Go back. Comment on every damn video. Like every damn video. Share every damn video.
Dude, we're going to be millionaires by the time this is over.
We're going to have
we did it.
Yeah. We're going to have a lot of subscribers.
No, we did it.
Because I'm issuing a call to action.
Yeah. That's important.
Yeah. We don't do many calls to action. So when we do them, it's serious. Comment on the damn video.
Let me get my stern face out.
Yeah.
Do it. Or else.
We need to end this. It's getting late.
Yeah.
Things are going downhill.
Or they're going uphill. Something's happening.
The hill's going in a direction that we don't want it to go, wherever it's going. So, appreciate y'all for watching and or listening. Like the damn video. Comment on the damn video. Share the damn video.
Damn.
All of them. We'll see you next week.
See ya.